Okay guys, so welcome back to another video on my channel. This video is going to cover the class code generator. Now, what am I specifically doing in this video is basically I'm going to show you what I've been doing in the last couple of days, basically this weekend. I was able to basically put a few of the important things I feel about the project right now onto GitHub. So right in here, right now, what you should be seeing is a GitHub page. Right now, this is my profile. Granted, not too much to be seeing here, so I'll jump right into this. Where is it? What's the page? All these things. So if you go to GitHub, Travis M 2006, and then say class underscore code underscore gen. That's the short, slightly shortened, abbreviated version. You can read stuff for yourself. I'll let you see that, and you can read forward. But basically, I've put a README file or a Markdown file on the page. This is what it looks like right now. Obviously, it will not be changing anytime very soon. The most minor changes I will be putting up here will be updating files. And by updating files, I mean uploading some and also editing some on here, because some, if you go onto the page, may look a little incomplete. This is an example of the unique class, so this is an important resource, and I thought this was final. I didn't have to go back, but it looks like I have to go back and do a little editing here. Would not be much. I can do it on GitHub. Comment down below if you want me to do a video on explaining how GitHub interacts with you for creating projects, managing projects, uploading, editing, and all these things. What's a pull request exactly mean? Things like this, cloning, forking, these kinds of things. Some other things I recently was learning at the same time of doing all that was milestones for your projects. So right now, for example, these are the milestones. Now, as you can tell, it's based on priorities or sorting. So I sorted it so that the Java Suite capabilities are on top, after that C#, then Python, then C structs, then C++. Reasoning here is very simple. We are trying to organize the amount of effort and work that's necessary for each milestone. Java Suite capabilities will not take as much energy or effort as, say, C++. That's why C++ is going to be on the bottom, because that will be very interesting and very fun, but also very challenging. So, that's there. The last thing to show you guys here is basically how this looks like. Obviously you've seen so far these things. The other thing you haven't seen yet is this. So this is the command line, for example. Command line doesn't have much of anything. If you go back to the master class, okay, you have a README file. Now the README file will cover this detail. As you can see right there, GUI planned features 1.1, 1.2. Command line features 1.3, 1.4, 1.5. This is, in other words, telling you directly that I'm going to focus on 1.1 build and 1.0 for right now, and then later on, after I've finalized the GUI features, which will be building these things here, pure virtual methods, etc. in C++, then I will go back to the command line using regex, using irregular expressions and so on, and then I will be finalizing the command line, and the application here will be done, unless there's some, serious drawbacks or whatever. And you can do what you want with this information. I hope it's very simple, very followable, and understandable, and all these things. I guess the last thing I can do for you guys is just do detour kind of, or not detour, sorry, tour of the page. So there's not much to show here. It's pretty much everything's the same. It's just divided up. Resources include like the important resources that both the command line and the user interface, the GUI, will use. And this is actually where the README file was made. It's not too big of a deal. I just made a mistake in terms of what's called a base branch, as you can see, branch here. So yeah, so that's pretty much everything on the GitHub page. Before I forget, I will show you one last thing here, and that is the JGrasp file. So I quickly uploaded one of them. I had to clone the entire project, unfortunately, But nonetheless, I did that, and this is what it looks like right now if I'm not using the current code base in Eclipse on this Linux machine here. So this will be a little different perhaps. I'm thinking maybe it won't, just because of the fact that, well, let's face it, the less time spent sometimes is better. Really, like, I want to get this done for you guys. I want to get it done for developers out there, and this, I think, will be a very powerful tool set for those of you who really love to program. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you get on the GitHub page too and check that out. That, I think, will be very exciting updates because it's a little bit more streamlined. And I'll go through, do my research, and continue updating you on the project. So have a good one. Expect the GitHub link in the description below. So like, comment, and subsub for more.